Hey everybody, welcome to the SMA Journey 51 vlog. Today I'm going to do something that I've never done in any of my videos. I started my YouTube channel back in January and I try to do these videos and edit them so everything looks really smooth. You don't see me, all the mistakes that I make. Trust me, there's a bunch of them. It normally takes me 30 or 40 tries to get one video produced the way that I want. And a lot of that is editing and cutting out material that just is random and arbitrary. I try to keep my videos concise. And today, I thought I would speak to you from my heart. So I'm not going to edit this video at all. If I make a mistake, I'll say oops and move on. But I want to talk to you about a subject that has kind of come to light over the last 10 weeks. Actually, over the last 3 months. When I started my treatments back in September. Now, since September, I've received about 10 emails from users around the country here in the United States. And these emails are a little bit disturbing to me because I feel like some of you are giving up. You notice in your emails that I'm receiving some benefits to the treatment, and you're writing me telling me that you haven't received any benefits at all. As a matter of fact, some of you have said that you actually feel like you're a little weaker since you started your treatments. And I almost sense a little bit of desperation in your email. So that's one of the things that I want to address today. I'm also going to be talking about my religious views. So if you're not Christian, if you don't believe in the God that I believe in, you may not want to listen to this video. I don't know. I think it's going to be up to each individual person, but I'm not going to preach my Christianity to you, but I'm going to tell you what I believe and why I believe it. So if you will, please, this video is going to be probably anywhere from between 15 and 20 minutes. But take time to listen to it, and hopefully you'll get something out of it. I'm going to talk to you from the bottom of my heart, and I'm going to share my feelings, that why I think you're feeling the way you're feeling, because I've been there as well. So let's go ahead and get started. As I said earlier, I've received about 10 emails over the last 3 months from users that have either started their treatment about the same time that I did, or some of you started even before I did. And you tell me that you're not receiving any benefits from this treatment at all. Now, the majority of the emails that I'm getting from people that have started their treatments, most of you say that you have received maybe a few benefits similar to the ones that I talk about. But I want to make sure that everybody fully understands that the benefits that I'm receiving so far, they're not earth-shattering, okay? I don't think any of us fully, I don't think any of us expect to just get up and walk after our first loading dose. That's not the way this treatment works. Let me give you an example. When I first started my YouTube channel back in January, I did a video about a young man who did an interview with a TV station in the area that he lived in. And he was talking about receiving the Spinraza treatments and what the doctor told him. The doctor told him that after his treatments that he should be able to get up and walk. And I was really critical of the doctor in this video. And some of you sent me emails saying that I kind of misunderstood what the doctor was saying. But trust me, I didn't misunderstand anything. The doctor told him that he's got a good possibility of getting up and walking after he receives all of his injections. And this is so far off base. I mean, I was even so critical. I even said that the doctor ought to lose his license. And I still feel that way today. For any doctor to tell a young person that after these treatments you should be able to get up and walk, that is setting an expectation that I don't think anybody is going to achieve. Now, I'm not going to say that it can't happen or that it won't happen, but you got to be a realist along with being an optimist. And I've always said that I'm an optimist wrapped in a realist body. You know, I look through life with rose-colored glasses, and while it may irritate a few of you or a few people in my life that I'm overly optimistic, I'm not worried if some people get offended by that, because that's who I am. I don't look at a glass that's half empty or half full. If you show me one, I'll tell you that it's half full. I'm always going to look toward the positive, and I've always been that way. The way that I was raised, My parents made a lot of mistakes with me and my brother. I'm not going to say that my parents were the best parents in the whole wide world. But you know what? They did the best job that they could with what they had to work with. My parents never allowed me to use my wheelchair as an excuse, and I had to perform just like everybody else. Even though I couldn't walk, I was expected to do good in school. I was expected to make good grades, and they demanded as much from me as they did anybody else. And my parents were very protective, but yet they allowed me to do things even though I was in a wheelchair and that I was probably going to fail. They needed me to fail so I would learn from it. And that's where I learned some of my best gifts in life, is through failure. So that's the reason why I'm as optimistic as I am. My parents, my mother was Southern Baptist, my father was Roman Catholic. So before they had any children, before they had me and my brother, they converted to the Episcopalian faith. And my brother and I were both baptized and confirmed in the Episcopal Church. And I had numerous conversations with the preachers in my church. I don't know what you call them, preachers. We called them fathers, but I think in the Catholic Church, you call them priests. So anyway, and again, I said I'm not going to edit my video, and my phone just went off, so pardon that. Anyway, I was always taught to be as positive as I could. And by having a positive attitude, it's really helped me through some very difficult times. You know, there's been times that I've questioned God. Why did you do this to me? What did I do to you to deserve this? And it's okay to question. I know everybody says you should never question God, but I disagree. I think by questioning God, you're asking a question that maybe He can answer. And it may not be the answer that you're looking for, but that's all right. So one of the things that I want to do today is address the issue for some of these people that have sent me emails saying that they're not receiving benefits. Okay, if you're not receiving any benefits, let's talk about that. Some of you say that you're getting a little bit weaker. Some of you say you haven't seen any significant improvement or no improvement at all, while others are saying that they're seeing about the same improvement that I have. Like I said, my improvements are not earth-shattering improvements. I still can't lift my arm up above my head, but my right arm does feel stronger. My muscles are not fatiguing like they used to. Used to be before the treatment by 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Even though my arms were really, really weak, I could still use them, but it was more of a struggle. But now my muscles are not fatiguing. They're as strong at 10 o'clock at night as they are at 7 in the morning when I wake up. So I think the treatment has helped, but it's not just the treatment by itself. It's not the Spinraza by itself that's doing this. I think it's a combination of not only the treatment, but my physical therapy. You know, I'm going through physical therapy now 5 days a week, and I'm working really hard. I go to physical therapy with Laura at her facility 1 day a week, and I do my physical therapy here at the house 4 days. So there's a lot of work involved in this. If you're just depending on the treatment itself and not putting in the effort to do some work on your own, you may not receive the benefits that you really want. And look, I count my blessings each and every day. You know, like I said, I look at life through rose-colored glasses, and I try my best to be as positive as I can. Do I have bad days? Oh, I have a lot of bad days. But the one thing that I've always told myself is, it's okay to have one bad day, but I'm not going to let one bad day turn into 2. So if I'm having a bad day, I tell myself, it's all right, have it. But when I wake up in the morning the next day, I'm going to put a smile on my face and look at it as a new day, not the same day as it was yesterday. So if you're not going through a lot of changes, think about this. Biogen, the creator of Spinraza, nusinersen, nowhere on their website do they ever state that everybody's going to have positive results. They don't state that you're going to get up and walk. What Spinraza is going to hopefully do is, even if you don't receive great benefits from it, maybe it'll level your disease out to where you might not get any weaker. You know, if you haven't received any benefits, think about this. Are you getting any worse? And if you're not getting any worse, it could be because of the treatment. If you are getting worse, I'm sorry. Like I said in earlier videos, everybody's different and everybody's going to respond to this treatment differently. But even if you are getting worse, maybe you're not getting as worse as fast. So it could be slowing the progression. Give it time. This is over the course of 10 weeks, you're going to receive your 4 loading doses. That doesn't mean in 10 weeks the results are going to end. The results are going to be ongoing for the rest of your life. You're going to be receiving your maintenance doses once every 4 months, and who's to say what could happen? But I try to be as positive as I can. I give thanks to God each and every day whenever I wake up, because I'm not guaranteed anything. I gave all of my troubles and all of my fears to my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. I'm going to let Him deal with those. I'm not. I'm going to wake up each day with a smile on my face. I'm going to work hard to try to achieve as many benefits as I can. And where it takes me, nobody knows. You know, a lot of us have talked about, well, what if this treatment doesn't work? You know what? This is a terrible disease. And I'm sorry for each and every one of us for receiving it, but I think it's for a purpose. The way that I look at it, and this may differ from your views, but I think God gave me this disease because He knew that I could handle it. He knew that even though I'm going to have bad days, that I'm going to do my best to make as much of my life as I can. And I think I've done a pretty good job of that. You know, I'm 52 years old. I should be on a ventilator. I should be bedridden, but I'm not. And I've always said that if you give me 10 minutes, I'll find you 20 people that are worse off than me. And most of the people that I find that are worse off than me are probably what we would consider able-bodied people that are able to walk. So just because I'm in a wheelchair doesn't mean I can't find people that are worse off than me. So I'm thankful for what I've got. Like I said, I wake up each and every day thankful that God has given me another day to not only deal with what I've got, but to hopefully improve and understand why I've got this disease. And I always wondered why I have this disease, and it may be for the purpose of doing these videos and maybe, hopefully, helping somebody deal with what they're going through. I'm not going to say that I'm going to be an inspiration to everybody. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not patting myself on the back. But what I am saying is, of the 10 people that send me emails saying they're not receiving any benefits, and like I said, I could hear some desperation in your emails. If it helps one person maybe feel a little bit better about themselves and maybe change the way that you're thinking, then I think this video has been a success. I work hard each and every day. I've got a good therapist. As a matter of fact, I go see Laura today, and we're going to work out really hard, and I'm looking forward to it. You know, it's exciting for me. This is a challenge in my life, and I'm going to face it as a challenge, okay? I don't look at it as a punishment. I don't look at my disease as anything other than just a stumbling block in my life. And I'm going to try to take control of my body. I'm not going to let this disease ruin who I am. If anything, this disease is probably the reason why I am the way I am. If I was able to walk and able to do everything that I wanted to do, like all of my friends are able to do now, I might be a completely different person. So I'm thankful for what I've got. So please understand that if you ever want to talk to me, send me an email. On the screen you're seeing my email address, smajourney51@gmail.com. Send me an email and tell me that you'd like to talk to me on the phone. I'll be more than happy to send you my Skype number and we can talk. I actually pay for a Skype number so I can call outside lines, and I'll send you my number and you can call me. Or if you want to, send me your email or send me your phone number and I'll be more than happy to call you. I love talking to people. I've been very fortunate. There's a couple of subscribers to my YouTube channel that live in my area that are going through the treatments like I am, and I'm talking to them as well. And it's great because I made some good friends, and we can share information that only we know about, because we're all going through the same thing. If I try to tell somebody that's not going through this treatment what I'm going through, they may enjoy hearing about it, but they truly don't understand what we're going through. So being able to talk to somebody that's going through the same treatment that you are, trust me, it'll definitely help. And I'll be more than happy to spend whatever time it takes out of my life to talk to you. Okay? So I want to be there for you because you guys have definitely been there for me. So please understand my message. I want this to help everybody. I'm not trying to say that everybody's going to just get up and walk after this, because we need to be realistic. Okay? We need to be a realist to know that this probably will not happen. I'm not saying it won't, but for the most part, we're going to receive some benefits that may change our life, may make us a little bit more independent, and that's all I want out of this. I just want a little bit more independence so that I can do some of the things for myself that right now I'm having other people do for me. All right, guys, listen. If you enjoyed this message, don't forget, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my YouTube channel. I would greatly appreciate it. I hope each and every one of you have a wonderful remainder of the day. God bless you. And until next time, bye-bye.